Hello and welcome to my daily mobility series, part 3. If you've watched either part 1 or part 2 before, you might be a little bit more familiar with some of the terms or some of the things that we're going to do today. If you haven't watched either part, no problem. There's no right way to go through these. They're all a little bit different, and they're all designed to kind of get you to the same point. Moving through our joints, getting our blood flowing, circulation system up and moving, and just loosening the body up to kind of prep for the day, prep for a cool down before bed, or just one of those midday lulls where you're feeling a little sluggish and need a little motion. So what we'll start with today is we're going to start with a little pancake fold. So we want to have a seat somewhere that we can sit up nice and tall, that we're sitting right around hip height. And if we have a yoga block or a light medicine ball, that's perfect. If we don't, no problem at all. We'll give ourselves a nice big hug. But we've got the block today. Let's go ahead, wrap up, and let's use it. Whoops. And from here, we want to make sure we're sitting up nice and tall. Knees are pressed out behind me. They're not caving in. I'm up tall. Shoulders are down away from the ears. I'm going to take a big breath in. I'm going to exhale up. And then I'm going to rotate side to side. Good. We're going to work right back over now. 5 to 10 reps is perfect. We're going to do just 5 each way today with our folds and our twists. And back over. Nice big stretch here in through the hips, through the lumbar. And then a nice big twist through that T-spine or that upper and mid back. We've got 2 reps left. Big fold. And when I do my fold, my goal is to hinge at the hip. I'm not trying to round the back as much as I'm really trying to hinge over at the hips there. And last one. Perfect. Go ahead, drop that down, shake it out a little bit. Now we're going to drop down onto the ground. We want to keep one knee bent. I want to pull the other knee in towards the chest just a little bit. What I like to do is I honestly like to extend the arms and then push the back of the leg into it. And then I know I've kind of got an anchor point here. I'm going to pull the toes back. And now I'm going to rotate that lower leg in towards my midline. And then I'm going to rotate that lower leg out away from the body. Now the idea here is that there's almost a pin driving straight down through my knee and my hip. And that's just staying steady. And I'm just swiveling that lower leg around it. We're going to work 10 times each direction. You'll feel this working deep down into the hip. It's where we should feel it, into our hip rotators. Working a little external and into internal rotation. No need to rush these. Think, stay up nice and tall, nice and slow. Really focus on feeling that hip. Got 3 more. And we're going to go 2 more times here. And last one. Good. I'm going to spin around just so you can see a little bit better view here too. So again, I keep that one knee bent. I'll kind of push the back of the knee. And again, if you have trouble with this, just even getting up into this position, a band or a towel or anything is just fine to hook around the back of the knee and then pull and hold. And you'll still have a little anchor point to push into. But we'll use the arms here still. We're going to bring that foot in towards midline. Toes stay back towards me. And we're going to work through 10 reps here. Nice and easy. Really focusing on just feeling that hip. We're going to run 3 more times, take our time. And we've got one last one. Perfect. Go ahead and straighten that out, shake it out a little bit if you need to in the hip. We're going to stand up from here for our next 2. So from this standpoint, all right, good, we're all set up. We're going to extend the arms right out in front of us. We're going to work through our shoulder blades from here. So I'm going to show you from the side so you can get a little bit of a good view. But I want to come right out in front, make a nice little fist there. And now we're just going to draw a little circle through the shoulder blades. So I'm going to pull back, raise up, push forward, and drop down. Now the idea here is that I'm not moving through anything else other than my shoulder blades or my scapula, and the hands are kind of staying put right where they are. I'm just working that body around them. We're going to run just 5 reps here. 5 to 10 is perfect. Nice big circles. Let's reverse back. So now we're going to raise up, pull back, squeeze together, drop down, and push away. And let's work through just 3 more. The idea here too is, again, I'm not pushing the neck forward. I'm not moving around through anywhere other than the scapula. Perfect. Shake that out. And we're going to go and work into our swimmers from here. So we're just going to kind of jump right into our shoulders. Palms are going to face high on the back. From this standpoint here, we're just going to extend straight out. Twist those thumbs to the sky, all the way up overhead, and bring those hands in behind the head. Extend straight back out overhead, turn those thumbs down towards the ground, and follow. Hands back on the lower back. Again, make sure the hips are tucked underneath of you. We're not pushing back. We're up nice and tall. And again, we're going to run through just 5 reps here. Nice and easy. Feel those shoulders working. Shouldn't be any pain in this motion though. Good. And we're going to run through just 2 more here. Extending straight back, thumbs towards the sky, raising up, hands behind the head, back out, thumbs down towards the ground, and 1 last rep. Good, all the way up overhead, and reverse. All right, we've got just a couple left before we finish up. So with this next one, we're going to come down on 1 knee. We're going to work through some toe movements. These are always fun for everybody. So what we're going to start with first, we want to keep all of our toes down on the ground. I usually just cross the arms here, but whatever's comfortable for you, there's no right or wrong. We're going to keep the toes pushing down, and we're going to lift just the big toe. 5 to 10 reps, perfect. Let's work 1 more after this. Good, now we're going to keep the big toe down and just lift those little toes. Again, 5 to 10 reps with everything. Cool. Now let's go ahead, let's lift all of our toes up to start. And we're going to push just that big toe down. And we're going to run 5 to 10 here. There's our 5. And you guessed it, now just the little toes. And 1 more. Let's go ahead, let's switch sides from here. These always look so much easier than they really are. So again, we're pushing all the toes down to start and lifting just the big toe first. 5 to 10 reps. There's our 5. And just the little toes. And last one. Perfect. Let's lift them all up. Pushing just that big toe down. And just take note, if one side's a little bit easier than the other, there's always a little something fun going on. And I'm going to hit 1 last one. Perfect. We've got 2 left to finish up. So then from here, we're going to drop back onto our lower back, onto our back. We're going to raise the knees up. From this standpoint, we want to pack the ribs down into the ground, and we want to extend the arms out so palms are up to the sky, shoulders are down in the ground. From here, we're just going to alternate, extending one leg out, getting the core working a little bit, working on some hip extension here. We don't want any lumbar pain. If we're getting some lumbar pain, it could be that the knees are drifting out with us. Make sure you've got those knees pulled back tight to the chest, or that we're not engaging our core. We're going to work just 5 to 10 each side here. And we're going to go 1 more each side after this. And last one. Awesome. So then let's finish up with our world's greatest stretch plus a little forward lean to get the hip addressed. So when we set up for the world's greatest, we want to make sure we've got opposite hand and foot up front. I'm going to extend back onto the back toes here, and then I'm going to take my elbow and I'm going to sink it down towards the ground, Nice big rotation to the sky. Drop the back knee and push forward. So we get a nice big stretch in through the front of the hip there as well. And repeat, opposite hand down, elbow to the ground, twist to the sky, drop the knee, and extend. And we'll work through 5 of these each side as well. So we're definitely addressing a little bit of everything here. We're getting a nice big stretch through each side of the hips as we work through, getting a nice big stretch through the upper back as we work through. They weren't lying when they called it the world's greatest. Although I always think the world's greatest stretch is the first one you do as you get out of bed. And there's our 5. And let's switch sides. So again, opposite hand and foot up front. Extend on the back foot. Sink the elbow down to the ground. Rotate and push tall to the sky. Dropping that knee and a nice forward lean. Not rushing through them. Just taking my time, feeling that stretch. And we've got 2 left. Perfect. Let's finish up last one here. Awesome. Nice big hip forward. Good. All right. Well, that concludes everything for the Daily Mobility Series Part 3. You can absolutely always add to this. This is just to kind of get you started. But there's no right or wrong. So if you haven't watched 1 or 2, that's fine. You can jump right into 3. But I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions or any comments, please drop below or please reach out to me. Otherwise, see you next time.